So I take this Tundra out to the National Forest Road. I pull over to take a little 30-minute hike. When I come back, I find out someone got in my ice chest, drank all my soda and beer. They got in my food bag, ate all my chips and candy. They didn't even pick up their trash, leaving a long trail leading up to those rocks up there. I see somebody moving around up in the rocks. I'm going to go up and confront them in front of the camera. Okay, the garbage trail is going around this bend here. Yep, there's my empty beer can they drank. Let's see what's on the other side of this rock. Never mind, guys. I'll see you later. So what are we pulling out of our garage today? Looks like a 2017 Toyota Tundra. In this case, the Crew Max version with 4 large doors. Lots of room in there. Here's our view from the rear. Overall, not much has changed since the original 2006. Just minor upgrades here and there. The basic shape has stayed pretty much the same. The official base price of a Tundra is listed around $30,000. We can see just by looking with all the goodies on here, this one cost a wee bit more. I like this new paint color Toyota's offering, by the way. It's called Quicksand. In my days it was just called tan, but whatever, it looks good anyway. The crew cab with the big V8 engine, $44,195. We go down the option list. Premium package, TRD package, audio system. I'm not going to read it off, it'll take too long, but if you want to read it yourself and put it on pause. The TRD Performance Dual Exhaust, it sounds nice. And let's get down to the price. Whoa. Just about everything you could want. We got everything, that is, except a bed liner, which is rather odd. So now we have a $52,000 truck that's going to get scratched up. Except on the bed, they did provide a bed mat, which is very easy to lift up and steal, so I'm sure it's going to be gone soon. I don't know what to tell you other than this is the way it came, and if I bought this truck, it'd have a bed liner in it the very next day. The base engine in the regular cab no longer has a V6. It's a small V8, 4.6 liter, rated at 310 horsepower and 15 to 19 mpg in two-wheel drive. This Crew Max had the optional 5.7 liter V8, 381 horsepower, with four-wheel drive rated at 13 to 17 mpg, with an overall average of 15. In the age of 8-speed or 10-speed automatics, Toyota's sticking with the proven 6-speed automatic. Not a problem, it's reliable enough. Looking at the cabin, there's plenty of room in the second row seating on the crew cab. The bottom cushions do fold up for storing large objects. We get a nice looking gauge cluster. We have a lot of left-sided controls that aren't easy to see, but the buttons are large enough, so easy to use. The medium-sized glove box is what I would call adequate. Could be bigger on a truck like this, but isn't. So be it. The sun visors do slide back and forth to block out the sun on side windows. Thank you. The climate control system is pretty simple. A couple of large knobs and some buttons. A very large console box. A lot of truck testers have bitched that the TRD suspension rides too rough. Let's take it off some speed bumps to see what it does. Here comes a nasty speed bump, doing around 30 miles an hour. Didn't really feel it. Another one. Another speed bump doing 35 miles per hour. The truck bounces around again, but the ride's still pretty smooth. It was a rough one. I barely felt it. And there's a real nasty one coming around the corner here. Hang on to your hats. Oh no. See, not an issue. The suspension does a great job of absorbing impacts. I think the pavement's too wet to be trying our turning circle, but I'm going to do it anyway. Handles pretty good to me. What I really love about this 5.7 V8, it's got massive amounts of torque and excellent throttle response, the best I've ever had in any truck. All you do is tap the throttle and it moves. For those who don't care about fuel economy, no problem, just smash the throttle down and away you go. Love that TRD exhaust. And these brakes work just perfect, by the way. In mixed city freeway commuting, I was getting 15.0 mpg, but after all this accelerating we've been doing here, it's dropped to 14.3. Still not bad considering all the mass and engine power involved. We'll take it out on the freeway later during the test and see how it does there. We're going to take the Tundra out on a freeway trip to see what type of fuel economy we can get. This TRD suspension does cause the truck to bounce around a bit on rough pavement, but it does an excellent job of absorbing impacts, and the high-speed stability is excellent. A very good trade-off. Here we go, 16.7 mpg, pretty close to the 17 mpg claimed on the window sticker. Time to leave the pavement and do a little off-roading. Shall we get stuck in some mud, then make a nice video? Just barely getting out of that hole. That was several feet deep. This is going to be a bear to clean. Bear, get it? If you're driving on the street, you really don't need the TRD suspension, but if you're driving off-road a lot, it'd be rather foolish not to get it. Makes a big difference out in the sticks. Don't worry if it rains, we're only in a flash flood area. Well, we made it. I showed this Tundra to a lot of Chevy and Dodge truck owners who told me they would never own a Toyota because they don't want to own an imported truck. When I pointed out that their Dodges and Chevys were made in Mexico, they weren't too happy. When I pointed out that these Tundras are assembled in the United States by American workers, they didn't have much to say after that either. Personally, I don't care where a truck is made or who puts it together. What I care about is reliability. And it's a proven fact that the Tundra is more reliable on the long term than any other full-size truck on the planet. And that's just the way it is. The big trucks from GM, Ford, and Chrysler sell better because they give larger rebates. By comparison, Toyota hardly gives any rebates or discounts at all. so you pay more at the dealer's lot, but it makes up for it in the long term because you get better resale value. So it evens out in the end. Frankly, there are no bad full-size trucks out there. But if you're considering getting one, you might want to check out the Tundra before you make your final decision. It's a very nice rig. We already did video test on the Chevrolet, GMC, and Ford F-150 trucks. You can get on our website and watch all the videos or see the link for the one coming up right now.